everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Sumi and
Mariya Abubakar.
Welcome. If you are new, please do make sure that you click on the red subscribe button and make sure that you click on the post notification bell so you can get alerts whenever I upload something new. So basically, we're going to rush into it today. Today we decided to come and analyze this Dowen College, yeah?
Yes.
Dowen College, Lekki, unfortunate event, an incident that happened with the 12-year-old Sylvester, where he was beaten by his seniors and all that. But a lot of stories have been coming up, and even though the school tried to hide the whole story, now it's coming out and we're getting the picture basically. So it started like the boy called his parents, or someone called the parents from home, to school, and they went to school to get him, right? So after they got him, took him home. I do not know if it was straight to the hospital or home, but
if it was manageable at home and that before
but it doesn't look like home, it looks like hospital, so I'm not sure. Okay, at that time I think, but it was already too late. We lost the boy, and that was a really sad story. But stories start coming up. The father actually released a video recently complaining that even after he went to school to get his kid, the sick child, let's make that clear, nobody actually called him from the school. He said it was only just one teacher of the boy that actually called, but after that it was not until he actually released the first video of Sylvester while he was still alive and he was still trying to talk and he was crying. So when he released the video out there, and then everyone was already bashing the school for the lack of discipline, that was when the principal called the father. And the principal, she is a woman actually. Let's put it out there. So the principal called the father and was telling the father, why would you put that picture out there? Sylvester is a handsome guy, handsome boy, and you're putting it out there, making him look vulnerable and all that. Yes, that was her worries.
Vulnerable.
Her worries was about the reputation of her school, not about the health.
Not even how is the health. The picture I saw or the video I saw is bad. So was the sickness that bad? You even visit the child because he started being sick or whatever it is from your school. You even visit him, not wait until you see a picture and you're a lady.
Exactly. So latest development. One of the students who witnessed the whole event actually decided to chat someone up, like DM through Instagram, and there was a lot of chats. He gave the details of what happened that day, that they were in their dorm as usual, gisting and playing around. Sylvester was on top of a bunk, at the up bunk, and then the seniors barged in. He called names, like there was this favor, yes. The favor was obviously the gang leader because his name was being called, and then he called other people and said some of them were not really participants, they were more of the followers
or viewers.
Exactly. So they came in, about lots of them, and then they dragged him. He started hitting him from the top of the bunk, and then he fell down, and they kept beating him. So they told them to leave the room. After they left the room, yes, that's the juniors. They told them to leave the room, hit him hard. The boy was screaming and shouting, and then later on they told them to come in. So when they came, already he was on the floor bleeding, and then the favor guy kicked him on his head.
Already he is bleeding and he's still kicking.
Exactly. So later on they threatened them not to tell anybody. So the next day the boy was complaining to his roommate that he couldn't walk, he couldn't stand up. So I think it went around the dormitory, the whole story of what happened. And then these seniors particularly came back and threatened all the other juniors that if they should snitch on them, just like Sylvester snitched on them.
So he is being punished.
So that's
dragging from the top bunk and hitting and kicking is all punishment.
To them, according to them, that warrants that sort of punishment. So that was what happened. And then after the whole threatening, the boys couldn't say anything. That the seniors actually told them to say that he played football, and that was when he acquired that injury. Exactly. So later on, still
football.
I was thinking, is it rugby?
What type of football?
Is it rugby? Because that's the one that
that's physical kind of fighting.
And there tend to be helmets now for that
for safety, even that, and we don't even do it here.
It's so sad, honestly. It's a really sad situation. And then after that, then the narrator of what really happened was still saying, how can his school come out online and be lying about the fact that they did not know what really happened when
they that witnessed it.
Exactly. He said when they told their dormitory master what happened, and at the same time they went to the principal. They tried explaining to the principal, but they were shutting them up. Another story is there have been 2 mothers who came online, 2 that I have seen, but I think more are coming, that came online to actually tell their stories of their experience. They also have
the
kids
same school,
of that same Dowen school, Lekki. And the most annoying thing is that this is school that they're saying is for the rich and famous. Like, how can I take my kid to a school that he's supposed to be pampered, and then my child is all scared and he ends up dying? How is that even okay?
I think it would start from the parents.
Okay.
If you take your child to school, you monitor some things. You look for feedback. It's a boarding school, I guess.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so there is break. When the kid comes back from
home,
before we reach the break stuff, there is visitation. There is monthly, I think it's monthly. There's monthly visitation. So when you go to check on your kid, you should notice some changes. Some mothers are not even close to their children. Some are the fathers are closer to the children than the mother is to the children.
That's true.
Some, the maid is closer to the children than the parents.
That's true.
So we don't know the situation of that particular family, but then it starts from there. You notice changes. You talk to your kid. What's happening? What is this doing? You definitely, if the child has been tortured or bullied to that extent that he would die from bullying, you horrible. Should see changes. You should have some red lights. You should have some things showing you something is wrong. As a parent, your child does not need to tell you. You feel, mothers are supposed to feel some things, but then let's say she doesn't have that strong attachment with the child, so she doesn't feel it, but then you notice. You might lie to your mother, everything is okay. I think they look into your eye and then they see it's not okay. So your instinct as a mother should tell you something is wrong.
Okay, Mariya, we are mothers. I do not want the whole blame to be on the mother.
It's not just the mother. Definitely, she's not the one doing the bullying.
Because I feel, sometimes we all know that, I don't know if it's biologically, like, men tend to feel more relaxed and open to men. So the father also has a huge role that he would have played.
Yes, he should have.
Exactly. But at this point, honestly, they are hurting. And I don't feel like they are at that point that we are supposed to even blame them.
That's one step. That's one step. That's the family. Then we move to the school. Is it that it's a school that is for the rich and powerful? Is it that some are richer than others, so they have this freedom to do whatever they want?
That's what we don't understand. Because basically, from the point of it, it's like when these parents started coming out to actually tell their own stories.
The other parents,
not the Sylvesters. It's like parents have been oppressed. You know, it's like they were scared of speaking out before.
So if you're scared of speaking out, you cannot.
Why would you take your child to that school?
Of the school?
I don't even understand. And the school,
if you have a doubt, you cannot take your child out of the school. Is it kind of a permanent thing?
It is said that in the school, that the owner of the school does not believe in PTA meetings. So basically, there is no room where parents could actually come and meet with other parents.
So if I go to a school and then they're even telling me I cannot even meet with my child's teacher to even, let's not even talk about bullying. Exactly. Maybe it's his progress in school. Maybe it's how well he relates with his classmates.
You're not meeting with his teachers?
Meet with the teachers to discuss that because we're not even coming to bullying. He's in the school to learn. So let me see the progress of my child. We are not in the same house. He's in the boarding school.
Or perhaps
so let me see the progress or to
parents
talk about the child.
Other kids.
True. You know, he might have a friend, and then you would want to see the parents, talk with them about some things. So there is no platform
there is no platform
as a parent, if I am to take my child to a school and then be said, I don't believe in PTA meetings, so what platform do I have to talk to you about my problems or my concerns about the school? I meet you in your office as the principal. I go around the school finding the class teacher of my child to talk to. That person about my child.
I feel like there is absolutely no room for that. Because
that's not a school system.
That is not a school system. It's like
even the Oyinbo, I think if they are copying them, even them have that system.
It's just like they are just saying, bring your child, and as you're bringing him with your money, you trust us, okay? Just go and leave us. We're going to do this. That's basically how the agreement is.
Trust is now minimal in this society. Trust is minimal. There's lesbianism, there's gay, there's the gay, and then there is this physical bullying. And then even the teachers bully the children. There is sexual abuse. That's the lesbianism I'm talking about. The teachers can also sexually abuse the students. The teachers can also physically abuse, just like the seniors do. The teachers could also do that to the children, whether the younger ones or the senior ones. So there are possibilities of things happening. So I have these concerns as a parent. I have the concern that what if this happens? Who am I going to meet? I pay my school fees. I leave the child. I'm not taking him to a military station. I am not.
Funny enough, for me, this is the only place I tend to blame the parents that have their kids there. This
because
is the only
you
place.
Should know that
can you not?
Something is fishy.
There is no transparency, and you're taking your child there. Your child who is so vulnerable. Why would you do that?
And he's in JS1,
yes.
which means mentally he's not even developed yet. If it's SS1, you could say they're close to being adults. At least he knows right, he knows wrong, he knows.
He could have been okay with sharing or something. He's just a junior, a small 12-year-old Mariya.
From primary school, you're still a baby. You're just starting the secondary school. And when starting the secondary school, he's probably in JS1. You are not yet even comfortable with the school. Yet, yes, the students, your classmates are still strangers. I don't think anybody can be very close friends with their JS1 classmates in the first term. It takes time. And the child can even be an introvert, having no friends. And then there's this punishment of being bullied and from the teachers or from the senior boys or girls.
It's so sad,
it's
honestly.
Sad.
It's so sad. And, after the whole incident, I think it took about a few days. So the Lagos state government actually, closed the school down because the school was still denying it.
Alhamdulillah, that's a good development.
Okay, that was way back. And right now, it's been
almost
almost a week.
The denying this happened to the child.
Yes.
After some parents have came to say...
No, that was before. Right now, I think they're silent. They've been silent for a while.
They should be silent.
That was before.
They should think of a response.
Exactly.
A sensible
So
one.
it has been under investigation for a while. That was what the government said. And Mariya, how long does it take to investigate something when there are witnesses?
In Nigeria, it would take like 10 years.
It's like some people...
In Nigeria, seriously, it would take like 10 years.
It's like they're trying to quiet the whole situation. They haven't arrested anyone.
That's how quiet.
Nobody is paying for anything yet.
And the child is dead.
Awesome. Everyone is thinking it's because of the power of the owner of the school.
So who owns the school? Because for a human being to die, I think if you don't even pay, you shouldn't. If the school doesn't pay, because I am being realistic. In Nigeria, this is what happens. You mess up. You sometimes you don't even. Nobody points a finger at you because the school has been messing up and nobody has said anything. So it's been a while. This has been happening. So for that to keep happening, if they won't pay for that lost child, their license should be revoked.
Let me tell you this. One of the testimony that actually piqued I was mad when I read it. The mom said her child...
That's Sylvester or another mother?
No, another mother saying, oh my God, my child was bullied and I did not know until 3 weeks ago. She said she was called to her child's school, and then that was the same Dowen College. And then she went there, picked the child. The child was seriously sick, and he was feeling sick and all that. It's like she said there was a bit of bruises on him. And then when she went to the hospital, took care of him, she asked him questions. He said that a senior beat him, like he was beaten by seniors. So she approached the school authorities, and the principal and the rest of the administration staffs were telling her that it was only one senior that they had misunderstanding with. So she should just be patient. She said it was 3 weeks ago that she saw a video that those seniors recorded. 7 seniors hitting her kid. 7 students.
And he's definitely younger than them.
And he is younger and vulnerable
in size.
7.
And she's not even sure was that beating the incident that she took her child home to take care of, or was it even worse than that?
And then
how many happened before that video?
Exactly. So when she approached the school, do you know what they told her?
You're even approaching the school again.
Who
will approach the school again?
Honestly,
it's my child. I'm taking him somewhere else. I have the money.
Annoying. That she should tell her child that he should be patient because just the senior would soon leave the school. Mariya, who does that?
Are you afraid of the senior? Auntie principal.
Honestly,
number?
Yes.
Auntie principal. Are you afraid of the child?
No, I feel like,
seniors?
you know, from the whole scenario, I realized something. It's like, you know, the expensive school for elites, right? And then maybe the not so rich people would just feel, okay, I would spend the rest of my money just to give my child
the
best education. So those people now
some are richer than the
exactly. So I feel like those are, because if this child was popular, you know, or from a rich family.
Oh, the parents would fight.
Thank you.
The parents would fight.
I don't think the school would even treat the issue like this. That's my point.
There's nothing like endure.
Honestly.
The senior would soon leave.
These are the same people.
Bring the child to the senior to take care of him, but to manage and be patient?
Mariya, this
doesn't make sense.
School. This is a school that is trying to groom the leaders of tomorrow.
And you're telling them to endure pain.
And yet
you're cheating because it's cheating.
And yet we complain that our governments are wicked and all that. You're already bringing wicked souls out, you know, and then
you're breeding them. You're breeding them,
and then bringing them to the society, like putting them in this society. How can human being, many of you, just start hitting someone, a small boy? For what?
What exactly has he done? What? I don't believe in violence. As in, what was the degree of the offense that he did that he deserved 7 people to hit him? What was the degree? Did he hit anybody?
It's not okay. Honestly, it's not okay. I think the whole system is to blame for this sort of situation. The whole system. We're ignoring this bullying thing. We're always picking the richer. The rich is the one who gets all the privileges.
And the school authorities and are being heard.
Exactly. The school authorities are whack. Like, I feel like that school should be locked down because it's not producing good people, obviously.
And really, taking your child to private schools. There's something you must know. It's not, I'm paying $1 million for my child's termly fees. Use your sense. Are you getting the value of that
particular money? Yes. So
if you're paying 5,000 for a government school that teaches your child right, pay that 5,000 naira. Take your child to that school. Get that knowledge. What is it? At the end of the day, when you work in CBN, nobody asks you, what primary school did you attend? If you're producing cars, you have the money, you have the talent, you're producing something good. Nobody asks you, what primary school? Who even asked primary school or secondary school did you go to? Who asked that? How much was your school fees? Nobody would ask that. Who cares? You got the knowledge. You're using the knowledge. You're getting a value for it. Get a school. If you're taking your child to school, make sure you know where you're taking your child to. I'm paying money, plenty money, so that my child will also belong to this school that my friends are taking their children to. Does it make sense?
It doesn't.
Probably they're not teaching properly. There are schools that do not do discipline. I believe when you're taking your child to a school, there should be a certain amount of discipline. You shouldn't produce spoiled children, no matter how rich you are. For that, you don't put the money in account. If you have plenty money and the school is a good school, going to give your child the knowledge he needs and deserves, take him to the expensive school. If the school is not good, please look for a cheap school that would give you what you need.
And peace of mind.
You should.
I feel like parents should we need to always research about school's history before we go into it, because
that's true.
Yes, this actually shows that this whole bullying thing has been going on in that Dowen College for a long time.
And it's not a new school. It's not like it just emerged this year or last 5 years.
That's horrible. The fact that there is no PTA meetings, it's a red flag.
Even if they are following the curriculum of the Montessori school or whatever they call it, they also have this system. They have the guardians and counselors office. If a child misbehaves in the abroad, whatever they call it, if a child misbehaves in class, he is being taken directly to the principal.
That's true.
Not to the teacher. The teacher takes the child. The teacher does not have the right to punish the child.
There is nothing principal. Like the punishment. Principal should actually reach out to the parent.
That's what they do. They reach out to the parent. The parent comes in and then they discuss. If the child is bullying another child, 2 of the parents come in. It's not the school making decisions on your children.
No, it shouldn't be.
You should also be able to make decisions for your own child.
We need to put this out there, yeah? Dowen College, Lekki parents are paying you to take care of their child. So you answer back to me. I need a PTA meeting.
I am the employer.
I am the employer. I need a PTA meeting for me to ask you what is going on with my kid.
How far? That the child is doing.
What I'm paying for, I'm not seeing it on my child. What is happening?
It's not you come back with a result at the end of the day. We finished exams. I got A. How did you get the A? And then maybe you'd even ask the child something very simple, he does not know it.
True.
But then he got the A on paper.
Honestly, I feel like the government should take this seriously, because this whole investigation thing is taking longer than it should.
And it's sad.
Everything is already open out there. We already know who actually did this. So please just go.
These
get
people
them.
that did it,
They are
even
not
if
too
it's
young
not
to
the
serve
principal,
punishment. Find a way to deal with those children. They killed someone.
They did.
They killed someone. I don't know if this counts as first degree or second degree murder. Either way, it's a murder. So please, honestly, this is a sad situation, and parents out there need to be extra careful with the school they take their kids. So right now, we are going to wait. Mariya and I will be following up. Let's see what the Lagos State government will be doing.
We would have to follow up
honestly on this matter.
And then after a few months, if a result has been given, if someone has been blamed officially, we'll come back and discuss it.
Of course, yes. We actually sympathize with the parents of this amazing soul who we actually lost, and we hope that everyone suffering out there from bullying would have the strength to share with their loved ones. May God help us.
Amen.
Oh, well, that's it. Honestly, until next time, it is me and
Mariya
signing out. Bye.